So, as we talk about the head this month, we've talked about balance, we've talked about the center of gravity, we've talked about your sense of proprioception. But today we're going to talk about vestibular sense, and it ties into that sixth sense, which is your proprioception, but it's different because the sensory system of your body that helps you maintain your balance has a lot to do with that inner ear, with the cochlea, of course, but there are three semicircles inside your inner ear. And those inner ear canals, let's call them, have little tiny ear nerve cells and hairs. And that really helps you with your vestibular sense. Your vestibular sense is about you moving with gravity, but with balance. So it ties into your center of gravity, but it is not all about your center of gravity. Your vestibular sense helps you stay upright when you're seated. It's constantly a sense from your brain to your spine muscles of how much tension to give to keep that brain upright, to keep your head on top of your head. Sometimes as people age, they lose that connection and their posture starts to get really bad and they have a hard time sitting up straight. As you may know, sometimes people with severe Alzheimer's and dementia can no longer sit, not even in a wheelchair. They fall out of their wheelchairs. I know it's heartbreaking, but these are things that you need to know because I need you to avoid them. When you lose that vestibular part of your sixth sense, you can get things that are like constant dizziness, vertigo, imbalance, hearing loss, tinnitus in the ears. Challenging your balance helps that inner ear, helps that sense, that part of your sixth sense that is that vestibular sense. Strengthening your core is super important for strengthening that vestibular stability of the body. As you know, in Pilates, we do that constantly. Remember, your core is not just the 4-layer of abdominal muscles. It's also the back muscles, the small muscles in between the vertebrae, that you have muscle fibers that run up and down, across, diagonal, in every direction, so that you can rotate, which is turning, not to be confused with side bending, forward bending, back bending. You don't think about it, but your body does so many ranges of motion. And I constantly make sure that you get all of your ranges of motion completely in each cycle of real Pilates that we do. So all of these things that I discuss, I'm telling you about them, but I teach them in every class. We do full ranges. We use all of these senses. And my goal is to keep you fit because I want you to live well, live well, live well, live well, live well. And then when you reach 210, just drop dead without suffering.